Let's get some analysis now from the reporter who put that together for us, Anja Kohler. She joins us now in the studio. Good morning, Anja. Frank-Walter Steinmeier, just a few months ago during the presidential campaign, called Donald Trump a hate preacher. He's now Germany's top diplomat. Not a very diplomatic approach back then. What approach can we expect from him now towards, for example, Germany's most important ally, the U.S.?
Well, as President Steinmeier is expected to treat a little more carefully, since his role is, as he said, a ceremonial one. So his stance towards Donald Trump will be more diplomatic. Right after the election, Steinmeier said, we have to accept possibilities of talks when they present themselves. The US are Germany's most important ally, so it's top priority to establish channels of talk to find an approach towards Donald Trump. And as former Foreign Minister, Frank-Walter Steinmeier usually is a very diplomatic person, and he was widely criticized for that comment you mentioned before. He was always known as the voice of reason and somebody who tries to bridge gaps.
Okay, certainly everyone's going to want to bridge gaps and move forward. One area where there can be common ground between Frank-Walter Steinmeier and Donald Trump is on Russia. The German foreign minister, former German foreign minister, very Moscow-friendly. Will this lead to a conflict with Chancellor Merkel, who's been very tough on Russia? What's it looking like inside the coalition?
Well, inside Frank-Walter Steinmeier's Social Democrat Party, there was always a soft spot for Russia, and they are in a tradition of establishing dialogue towards Russia. But Frank-Walter Steinmeier and Angela Merkel had to get along with their different stances towards Russia while they were in the same government. So I would guess it will improve now a little bit. And as one of the conservative politicians put it, we, the Grand Coalition, didn't vote a Social Democrat as president, but a politician with a lot of experience.
Okay, he does have a lot of experience, and he says he's going to use that experience to take a stand against populism. We saw that in your piece there. What's he going to do in regard to Germany's own populist party, the right-wing AfD, the Alternative for Germany? What can we expect there from the new president?
Well, in his acceptance speech, he talked about populism without calling the AfD by its name. But it was pretty clear what and whom he aimed at. In the past, Steinmeier has criticized those who try to make politics with fears. And he talked about the need to tell truth and lie apart. And he said that is a privilege of every citizen and a basis for democracy. What he promised to do is to take people's fears seriously, well knowing that this is what populists are working with, people's fears.
Anja Kohler, thanks so much for that, putting together that report and for your time in the studio this morning.